Hi everyone, I'm JC Hartono of Monash's Diploma of Arts at JIC Jakarta. This video essay will discuss the power of mass media, top and down control in media with Twitter as my example, and I will discuss a documentary film that will be relevant to the topic. For my first question, I chose, do the media have power of their own? And the answer is yes, they do. With the ability to exert influence in numerous ways, mass media is seen as a formidable tool of power. So there are several factors to how the media holds power. Firstly, they hold power based on their ability to disseminate information on a wide scale. The information being put out has the power to shape public opinion by manipulating information in particular ways. Framing stories, picking a headline, and highlighting certain aspects can determine the way the audience perceives the issue at hand. Secondly, the media can set the agenda. The media has the power to control what topics and issues to prioritize, thus signaling to the public what is important based on their interests. By doing so, media outlets hold power over national and even international agenda, bringing to light specific matters and encouraging public interest. Lastly, the media can shape cultural norms and values. TV shows, movies, advertisements, news, and other forms of media can affect shaping cultural norms, values, and attitudes. It affects how we view ourselves and others due to the built-in societal expectations and behaviors. Moving on to the second question I chose. Are the media under top-down control? While not all media are under top-down control, there are several of them that are. So what does top-down control mean? Top-down control follows the dominant media model where information is disseminated by powerful organizations for a specific purpose. The dominant media model's outlook on the media is an instrument of cultural imperialism or a tool of political propaganda. Those who receive information from these outlets have their understanding of the world shaped by the perspective of ruling interests with little to no criticism on their part. So, how does Twitter fit into all of this? Well, in April this year, under Elon Musk, Twitter, who has 450 million active users, provoked several major news organizations by falsely categorizing them as state-affiliated media, which is the same term used to refer to propaganda outlets in Russia, China, and other dictatorship countries. This tends to mislead audiences and might cause these news organizations to lose their credibility as media outlets. As a result, NPR, a non-profit American media organization, left Twitter as NPR CEO John Lansing stated that he will never have NPR's content posted anywhere that will risk the organization's credibility. This is important as these media organizations exert significant control over what they publish. Moreover, top-down control influences several factors such as story selection, editorial decisions, and the tone in which it is being presented. This can alter how the audience perceives the story, which can lead to misconception. As for the media example, I'll be referring to a documentary film titled After Truth: Disinformation and the Cost of Fake News by HBO.
Mainstream media is operating in a propaganda-rich environment. There is an intentional deception on one side, and there is an honest, if imperfect, process of trying to get as near the truth as we can on the other.
People are actually confusing real and fake news, especially if they see it online.
The first example of Pizzagate is on a Reddit post. People become convinced that Kama Pizza is like this child rape dungeon.
Somebody walking into a DC pizzeria with a rifle and firing it off.
My staff go table to table, telling each table that they need to go. The customers are like, oh no, we're here to support you. No, you don't understand, there's a guy here with a gun.
Looks like they have a rent-a-mob Soros bus here.
How do you know that?
I just saw it out the window.
You have no evidence to suggest that is a Soros mob bus.
Then he goes and tweets it.
Are we trending? That's the real question.
He's just created fake news.
We've even tried to use fake news. It's become a tool of war. There are terrible negative potential consequences, but so what? That's what I say.
Challenging what is knowable is a fundamental way to ensure that you and I can't ever compromise on anything.
The next thing you know, there is nothing about this democracy that is real.
The documentary explores the prevailing issue of discrimination and fake news in our digital age, which harms societies, individuals, and democratic processes. Firstly, it defines what disinformation is. It's the act of spreading false information to deceive the audience and influence their judgments in their favor. Secondly, it discusses the origin and evolution of fake news. Especially in our digital era, the spread of disinformation can spread to millions of people just by a click of a button. Thirdly, it delves into how state-sponsored trolls and misinformation campaigns utilize disinformation as a tool to sway public opinion, foment strife, and undermine the credibility of major institutions. Lastly, they portray real-world scenarios of the effects of false news on individuals, society, and even international relations. It highlights situations where disinformation sparked bloodshed, societal disruption, and tarnished reputations. This portrays just how much power mass media holds, as it can harm not only individuals but society as a whole. In conclusion, mass media is a tool of political propaganda and has a great influence on individuals and society, as they are able to shape public opinion and cultural norms in their favor through the spread of false information. Thank you for watching!